Volodymyr Zelensky has said Ukrainian officials will meet their US counterparts in Saudi Arabia next Monday, after the Kremlin confirmed US-Russia talks there the same day. The latest talks come as the US attempts to broker a ceasefire between the two nations after more than 3 years of war. The Ukrainian leader said Russia must stop making unnecessary demands that only prolong the war. Russian President Vladimir Putin's demands include a complete end to Ukraine's allies providing military assistance. Both Zelensky and Putin have agreed to a ceasefire in principle during conversations with the US, but one has yet to materialize due to conflicting conditions. The Russian leader most recently agreed to a halt to airstrikes on energy and rail infrastructure, as well as ports, but such strikes from both sides have continued. Zelensky was in Oslo, Norway on Thursday, where he met Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre. He said that he had not directly discussed ownership of the Zaporizhzhia power plant, which is currently under Russian control, in his phone call with US President Donald Trump on Wednesday, adding that all nuclear power plants belong to the people of Ukraine. However, he said he was open to the US taking the plant from Russia to invest in or modernize. Asked if he was ready to make territorial concessions to Russia, particularly Crimea, which has been in Russian hands since 2014, Zelensky said, "That is a Ukrainian peninsula," adding that Crimea was an integral part of his country. Crimea is internationally recognized as part of Ukraine, despite Russia's occupation and claimed annexation. When asked what a ceasefire might look like, Zelensky said the first stage would have to be a ceasefire by land and sea, as Ukraine sees this as the only way to stop Russian aggression. Speaking during a visit to a military base in London, he said he was well aware that a deal may be in stages, but added that the more planning we can do here now, the better, because we're getting ahead of the challenge to make sure that we're as effective as possible. Earlier, the Prime Minister held a closed-door meeting with senior military officers from nations of the Coalition of the Willing to draw up plans. According to a government spokesman, more than 30 countries are expected to contribute to the coalition, which is led by the UK and France.